Smashing Pumpkins today. All right, let's go through all the sections, and afterwards we'll go through each one in detail. Alright, so really iconic intro here. Okay, so we're going to do this riff up here. We're going to be at 11s on the B and the E. Okay, so we're going to go 11E, 11B. Then we go 13E to 11B. Okay, next measure, go back to 11E, 11B. And now we pull off from 15E to 11E. And then finish on the 11B. Okay, so nice little melody there. Okay, so for the intro, we're going to go through it 4 times, just clean by itself. And then everybody comes in, and then the distortion gets kicked on, and then we go through it about 8 times. Okay, so it'd sound pretty much like this. Okay, and so the second guitar for that second part of the intro where everybody comes in and it's all distorted and loud. Basically, it's going to play this chord progression, which is essentially also the chorus progression. And for this, you just want to do like quarter note strums for each chord. So just every count, you're just strumming. Okay. And of course, just dump on all the fuzz distortion you can, because it's just really, especially the Siamese Dream album, it's just covered in that fuzz tone. Okay, so it's going to start here with the E flat. Okay, so we'll just play that 6 on the A, 8s on the D and G. Like I said, just quarter note strums for a measure. All right, and then we go just up a set of strings for the B flat. Okay, so 6 E, 8s on the A and D, one measure. All right, and then just down 2 frets for the A flat. Do 2 measures for this. All right, and then just repeat that E flat, B flat, A flat 3 times. And after we get through that, we switch it up a little bit. We do the E flat to B flat. But now we throw in this C, so we can just come off of that B flat by coming up 2 frets at the 8 on the E, 10s on the A and D. Do a measure for that at the C. Then do the final measure with the A flat down at the 4 E, 6s on the A and D. And then just wrap it all up by doing one more E flat, B flat to A flat. All right, so put this all together for you. All right, and once the verse starts, then the tone just gets clean and mellow. And we're essentially playing that same progression, from the second part of the intro, the E flat, B flat, A flat. But here you can like throw in some more like fuller sounding chords. All right, so like we can do like an E flat suspended second, by just adding, like the 6s on the B and E to our E flat that we were doing. So it's like, just to give it a nice cleaner, fuller tone. And still just, quarter note strumming. Just be like, and then just bring it up to like that full bar chord B flat. And then down 2 frets for that full bar chord A flat. All right. And then go through that 3 times and then finish it by doing the E flat, B flat, and then come up to the C, but just hold that C for 2 measures. So it'd just be. Okay, so put this whole verse progression together for you. Alright, now we get to this pre-chorus here, and dump on the distortion, and get into some newer chords here. So it'll come down to a F. Okay, same strumming style, all that, and we're just basically doing like a F power chord. So first on the E, 3s on the A and D, 1 measure's worth. Okay, up to G sharp, so 4th fret, 6s on the A and D. Bring it all the way up to 8 on the E, 10s on the A and D for the C. Do a measure's worth of this. Okay, and when the second measure for that C comes in, the 4th measure overall here, just bring the pinky down, and you can just bend the 10 on the G while still strumming that. So it'd be something like. All right, so, and just kind of emphasize that bending of the 10 on the G there. All right, because that's that kind of bend that happens there, and it kind of really sounds cool. So you want to figure that in there. And if you don't want to, do the chord with it, then you can just bend it by alone. All right, whichever you want to do. I like to keep the rhythm and the bass in there with it too. So, okay, so then just go through that progression 3 times. And at the last time through, we do the F to G sharp. All right. Now we shift gears a bit and we just come down a fret at the 3 for the G, and then finish on a D at the 5 of the A, 7's on the D and G. Alright, so put this all together now. Alright, and once the second verse comes in, the first guitar is still playing that same progression. The E flat, B flat, A flat, and then switching it up at the end there. Same as the first verse. But then the second guitar comes in, and it's doing basically just like an octave variant of the intro riff, that thing. But it's going to do it here at the 8s on the D and the G. Okay, same kind of style and pattern with it. Come off to the 10 of the G, and then pull off from the 12 to 8 on the G. Okay, that style there, but it kind of switches things up a little bit, adds a few little things. So we can do the 8s on the G, 8D, 10 to 8, go back to the 8 to 8. Okay, but here we can come up to like the B and do 8 to 9. Okay, and then come off, do 8G, 8D, and then 11 on the A. Okay, we're mixing in a few new notes here just to give it a subtle variance here. So throw that in, and then we do finish it by doing like an 8 on the G, 11 on the B, okay, 8 on the G, and then do like 9 to 8. So something like, just mixing in some new notes here. So let's try it slowly now. Something like that. All right, and go through that about 3 times, and it doesn't have to be super locked in. Just kind of mix in some of those new notes and flavors there. Or if you want, you can just stick to doing what the intro does, but just play it there, and maybe throw in some different timings. And then we can finish it by just doing something a little different. Do the 8s, 10 to 8. Do the 8s again, and just come up to 10 on the D, and then ride that out with because that's when that C chord hits. All right, throw in some 10 to 12 on the G. All right, and then we do this part, which I think sounds really cool, where we kind of get dirty with it, and we're going to be 12 to 13, 12 G, 13 on the B. Okay. I like that part, so you always want to throw that in there. All right, so let's just try it all together now. then we get to, like the full-blown chorus, which is, like I said, more or less just like what the intro, the second part of the intro heavy guitars are doing. Doing our E flat, B flat, A flat a few times. Okay, and then same deal, just doing the E flat, B flat, come up to the C for a measure, back to the A flat. Okay, that bit, and then just finish off with E flat, B flat, A flat. Okay, so pretty much just what the intro is doing there. Alright, and during the chorus, there's a second guitar that's just kind of adding in some cool, like, accentuating notes here. For the most part, it's doing like this sustained note with a bend towards the end. And we're just going to be at the 8 on the B. We're just going to hit that and let it ride for about a measure and a half. Give it a little vibrato there. And then just, just before the last measure of it's out, just give it a little bend, like a little half bend, and release it. Okay, do that about 6 times. And then towards the end, we're going to come in and throw on some wah with it. Okay, so we're going to be like, we're going to hit that note for a measure, that 8. And then we throw on some wah pedal, and I'll leave you a link in the description for the wah pedal I'm using here. And we're just going to want to, like, about every note that we're hitting, just kind of give that wah like a cycle. All right, so we're going to do like a bend on the 9, release it. Okay, then do like a 9 to 10, hammer on. Okay, and do like a 7 to 9 hammer on. Okay, on the G string here. And then come up to 10s on the D. Hammer that on to 12. Back off to 10. Down to 8. Back up to 10. Give it a bend. Release it. Okay, so just like a really like cool little bend with some wah, and probably, throw some phase on there. Just really trippy sound in the little section here. So put that section together with the 2 sections here. We get to the outro, and it switches up a bit where we're going to just do the E flat, B flat, C for one measure, A flat. All right, and we're just going to repeat that like 4 times. So it'd be like. Okay, we're just going to take that section and just repeat that. All right, and then the second guitar is basically just playing the intro riff. Okay, so those 2 guitars just going, and it'd be something like this. Alright, and during that outro is a third guitar that comes in, and we get some cool, extra lead parts that come in. Get some like wah pedal going with it, of course. And basically, one of the little chunks here, it's going to be like 3 bends that happen. Here at the 10 of the G with the 8 on the B, you just want to hit that wah right when you bend it. Okay, come down 2 frets for the 8G, 6B, bend the 8. Alright, and then down 2 frets again for the 6G, 4B. And then just hold that one for like an extra measure. Okay, so after that, then you can come in with like this mid-tone with the wah and just do like on the D string, slide up to 5 to 6, back to 5, to 3. Alright, and then just do a 5, 6, 8 slide. Okay, so put it all together here. It'd be something like. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.